Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing in the brand new Nabla Cosmetics Poison Garden palette. This is my first video since being back from IMATS. I didn't get to respond to comments and stuff while I was gone because I was literally so busy. So first off, I want to apologize that I know that there's at least 2 videos that I probably didn't comment or like anything, and I apologize because that's not like me at all, but I'm back. And I'm trying to play catch up. I know I got to my last video, but anyway, I just want to say, hi, I missed you, and we're going to start off with Nabla. I did a purchase or pass video, and this palette I was interested in, but I wanted to see if you guys were as well, and you seemed to be. So what I'm going to do is, as usual, I'm going to give you guys the 411. I'm going to give you guys this eye look. I'm going to give you swatches and my opinions. Normally, I have been liking to put 2 eyeshadow looks in a review or first impressions. However, yeah, I got a lot of packages while I was gone, and plus I went to IMATS, and I feel like I have a lot to cover, so we just have this one look today. I hope that is enough. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and look at this bad boy. This is what she looks like. The Poison Garden palette. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know if you can see the reflection on camera, but it is beautiful. And when you open it up, you do get a large mirror. And then these are the shades that are on the inside. So I do wish there was a little green in here. Not gonna lie, like I wish there was one green at least, but overall, like the colors are very beautiful. So let me go ahead and get onto the Nabla Cosmetics website. The palette retails for $39.90 in euro, and so I went onto my bank account just to see like what I got charged so I could tell you guys exactly how much like in American dollars. So the palette in of itself with whatever shipping or anything like that was $53.16, but then like a day later I did get another charge, and it was $159 for like an international fee, so roughly $55 with everything said and done for the palette in American dollars. It says the Poison Garden is a magic place of an almost lethal beauty. Here comes to life unique and precious shades capable of perfectly matching charm and mystery. Sleek and compact, the packaging shows a pattern of roses which hides enchanting bright lights from a holographic background. The Poison Garden palette can give the voice to all your feelings by allowing you to create various makeup looks that can be as sweet as honey or a little more poisonous. That's up to you. So this is a 15 shade palette with pressed pigments and shadows. So there is a mixture in here. I'm going to go ahead and go through the shades and the swatches that I have because they have a nice description on the website. So for the first row, we have Zodiac, described as a deep midnight blue super matte. Fabric, light sandy champagne, fluid metal. Adoration, wet effect top coat with cobalt, indigo, and magenta reflex, and it says crystal. Berry Bite, bright berry super matte. Adagio, dark brown super matte. And then for the second row, we have Zen, medium light rosy nude super matte. Craving, duochrome amethyst with fuchsia and peach reflex fluid metal. Honey, bright honey super matte. Subliminal, vibrant rose copper duochrome with red and gold reflex crystal. Archetype, burnt bronze duochrome with rose and gold reflex fluid metal. And then for the last row, we have Rosita, which is metallic dusty rose fluid metal. Majorelle, Majorelle Blue Super Matte, Narrative, Warm Beige Super Matte, Opera, Wine Red Super Matte, and the last shade, Canvas, is a light custard and a super matte. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into the eye tutorial, and then I'll tell you guys my thoughts at the end, but I'm also going to insert pictures at the very end, like after I say bye, of side-by-sides, if anything that I think could be comparable. I also asked on Instagram if there was anything that you guys wanted to see this side-by-side. So I will have pictures of those at the very end. To start off the look, I'm taking a Wayne Goss number 18 in the shade Narrative on the outer corner, and I'm going to pack it there first and then working it up and then into the transition area. I'm also going to take this shade onto the inner corner, kind of smoking the color pretty high up. So outer inner corner and as a transition shade. You can make this a little bit lighter or build it up with a little bit more intensity. I'm going to take the same shade on a MAC 221 and run that right along the lower lash line. Going back in with the Wayne Goss number 18 in the shade Zen, I really like this color. I'm going to do the same exact thing as I did with Narrative, but I'm going to keep it a little bit lower. So I'm going to be putting this on the outer corner and the inner corner and then into the crease. I'm just not going to bring this up as high as a transition like I did the last one. Again, MAC 221, same color, and I'm putting that right along the lower lash line. Same MAC 221 and that bright blue Majorelle shade. Oh, so pretty. I am tapping that into place first on the outer corner, and then when I get a little less product on my brush, I'm blending it in circular motions and kind of back and forth and bringing it up just on that outer upper transition area to smoke it out. I'm going to reapply to add the intensity back in, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the inner corner. Now I'm going to go in with Adoration on my finger, and I'm going to tap this and kind of push it and melt it on the center of the lid, slightly overlapping the blue. Then I kind of want it to be a little bit more intense, so I'm taking it wet on a MAC 242 and just on the center part of Adoration, I'm applying it again so that on the center of the lid, it's just a little bit more intense and reflective. On a MAC 212, I'm taking Berry Bright and I am taking that right up against the lower lashes, kind of stamping it into place from the outer to inner corner. Then lastly, for the shadows, on a MAC 228, I am taking Rosita. I'm going to apply that to the inner corner to brighten it up. Then I'm also going to take that shade on a MAC 242 and apply it to my brow arch to give a little bit of lift. And then to finish off the look, I used Milk Liner in Boss on the top. It's just black. That's the inner rim. In the lower inner rim, I used Buxom Doors Unlocked. And then, of course, Kiss Ritzy Lashes. So thoughts on the palette. This is the first time I've ever tried anything from Nabla. I've wanted to, but then I've never actually done it. So I'm happy with this palette. And again, I do think the only thing that's really missing is like either like a teal, like a really deep teal, or a dark green, something of that sort. But the color arrangement in here I think is beautiful. I had no issues with building things up. I had no issues with patchiness. The only thing I will say is that Adoration could be a little bit smoother. I don't think that this shade is going to work very well on a brush. I think you're going to get your best result with your finger or using some type of glitter glue. It is a topper. You can get a lighter effect with it if you want to. I want it to be a little bit more intense. That's why I went in with it again on the very center with it wet. But I do think it could be just like a tad bit smoother. But overall, I still like the shade and I would get a lot of use out of it. I think as a brow highlight, it would be really pretty as well. I like how these look sectioned off. So like if you take this and you see those colors, perfect together, or those four together, or those four together. And I know palettes do this a lot, but I'm just saying, like there's a lot of like just quads in here that would look super gorgeous. I'm trying so hard to get this on camera. Take off the top two and those four down at the bottom. Like there's a lot that you can do with this palette. Like it says in the description, you can make it more poisonous, I guess, or natural. And I think that the tones that they picked are really beautiful. The Born to Run from Urban Decay is another one that I like that mixes color with neutrals, but I just think they did a phenomenal job with the color selection in here, and I feel like this is one of those palettes that you're going to be able to get a ton of different looks with. Like, I could do so many different looks with this palette. It is very user friendly. So somebody that wants to be able to have their neutrals and their daily looks, but then also have user friendly colors, because sometimes colors are a little bit harder to use. Like this Berry Bright right here, it was stunning. This Majorelle, at first I was like, are you turning into a gray? But I figured it's the blending and it, you know, will lighten up. It kind of turns into a blue gray. But when you actually pack it on, it is really, really beautiful. So I'm happy with this palette. I'm glad that I picked it up. I think it's prettier in person than what it is even online. I'm definitely gonna have to play with it more, but I'm gonna have no issues with doing that because I think it's beautiful. But I will update you guys with the palette. But my first impressions is a very good one from Nabla Cosmetics and the Poison Garden palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.